Good evening, ladies and gents. Tonight we're going to be doing the follow-up video for how to make a perfect rebirth plate. Now, if you haven't watched the first video, the introduction, I suggest you go over to my channel and watch that one first, just so you know, just so you have all that covered, and you know what I'm talking about here. And so I've already applied everything to my speed, okay? As you can see at the bottom left corner, my speed is at its best. And the +1 shows the previous application, so it's +1. I know when I first did this, the +1s, -1s kind of confused me, okay? I had no guidance, which is basically why I'm making this video, is so that, you know, these guys and gals that are new to this, have, you know, a video you can refer to and see how this is done, so you're not wasting all your time and resources trying to figure this thing out, okay? And I'm going to make many videos just like this. And if you leave your comments down in the comment section, any suggestions for any videos you might want me to make, more than willing. So anyway, back to the rebirth plate. The special attack, okay, is going to be next, right? So if you watched the first video, or maybe you're already familiar with this, but each gem will increase one stat but decrease another. So speed decreases special attack. So I did all speed at once, okay? And never alternate, focus on one at a time, okay? So we did all speed, alright? And now we're going to do all special attack, okay? Now, when I raise my special attack, I'm going to do all of it again because physical attack is at 0 and it can't go any lower than 0. Okay, so it's around 20 points is what's going to get you your best. And what I do is I get enough gems to add up to around 20 points. Okay, now remember, your epics are 1, your legendaries are 2, and supremes are 3. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to... I'm sorry, one more thing. I knew I was forgetting something. Get an accumulate when you're farming for gems. Get enough so that you get 20 points worth, give or take, okay? Aside from your supremes. So don't count your supremes, because you're going to need your supremes to follow back and make up for the last stat you do. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you here shortly. So just keep that in mind. Get your gems, okay? But don't get them to around 20 aside from your supremes, the rainbow ones, okay? So, that's just how I do it. Now, you're going to want to inlay okay, so +1 to my special attack. Okay, I'm going to apply my special attack gems, the epics. I'm going to leave a few of the purple there. Okay. And then apply my orange. Okay, see, +2, +2, +2. We're at good now. +2, +2, +2. We're at excellent. Okay, and then fill in the rest. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're at best. Okay, that's what you want. That's what we're looking for here. Okay, best. Because that's going to give us our best rolls. Okay? Now, we're going to go over to physical. Now this is where the Supremes come in handy. Because typically, if I were to apply a purple or orange, it would subtract from my speed. Alright, and then I'd have to apply speed, and then that would subtract from my special attack, and then right, and then I'm chasing my tail. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply one Supreme, which will put me at common. Right? Boom. Common. That's good. That's passable. That's all you need for to rebirth your Pokemon as far as that stat is concerned. Okay, now you could do them all like that, really. You could do them all +3, but it's not going to be a good plate. Okay? Your rolls aren't going to be what they could be. Okay? So now comes the tricky part, because if you want your health, your special defense, and your physical defense to all be the best they could be, then what we're going to have to do is a kind of formula here that I use, okay? I don't know how anybody else does it, but this is how I do it, and it seems to work just fine. So I start with where I am generally the strongest. So I'm going to start with health, okay? Now, I'm going to apply health. Listen, you're going to need Supremes, okay? You're going to need a few of them. I don't have any for my special defense, so I had to make up for them in my physical defense and my health, okay? So, I'm going to start with health, which will give me 20, okay? Put me right up there. Don't use my Supreme. I'm going to save my Supremes here for when I come back around, okay? Then I'm going to do special defense, okay? And I'm going to apply all of that, okay? And then I'm going to apply my physical defense, which is going to subtract from my health, okay? And again, this is where the Supremes come in handy, right? Now, I'm going to show you rather than tell you, because then you're going to get a better idea of what I'm talking about here. So, let's start. Let's start by using the majority of our purples, okay? And then you can see health starting to rise. Boom. And then you're going to get that curve. That curvature, okay? Use about 8 of them, okay? 10, 12, 16, 18. Alright. And place those right up at best, okay? Now, let's go to special defense. Okay? We're going to... I could just hit equipped all, but I might have an extra laying over, you know, that I might want to use for the next one. So let's just see. Boom. 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 Now again, it's important that you keep in this order and you do one at a time, so that way you don't wind up chasing your tail on these. Now we're going to go to physical defense. Okay, now as I add to my physical defense, it's going to take from my health. Okay? So expect that. But that's what my Supremes are for. So I'm going to apply 7 legendaries, okay, which will put me at 14 points, and then let the Supremes do the rest, okay? And then the 7... Actually, I'm not going to do 7. I'm going to do 6. Then I'm going to do 6. It'll put me at 12, and then apply my Supremes. And then that 6 that's subtracted from my health, I'm going to apply the Supremes I have there. Okay? Watch and learn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then apply the rest of my Supremes, which should put me at best. Go over to HP. 1, 2. That's what you want. That's what we're looking for right there. Okay? That's going to give us our high rolls on IV for our Rebirth Pokemon. Now, we're going to go down. Boom. Screenshot that bad boy. Alright. Now, we're going to go talk to the Rebirth Scientist. Now, you might be wondering, what's going to happen when you rebirth your Pokemon? And I'll tell you. First, what's going to happen is, I'm going to do my Ninetales. So I'm going to show you with her. I haven't really used her before, so she was bare naked. So all I did was just add to her max EV till I reached her max EV of 510. That's going to go back to 0 once I rebirth her. And if you're rebirthing a Pokemon that you used, and you used a lot of bottles, say in your special attack or speed, you're not going to get those same bottles back. You're going to get around 500 randoms, okay? And I promise you it's not going to accumulate to what you want it to. But that's how it is. That's how it goes. The good news is that you'll get now a 630 max EV, okay? And, which comes in handy, obviously. Your max, instead of being 255, remember the old max, if you look at Zekrum's attack, is 255. It's not going to be 255 anymore. It's going to be 252. And it's going to be the same rate except the last one when you're talking about the bottles, right? So it's 25 bottles to get you to 100, 50 for 150, 75 for 200. But to get to that last 252, it's going to be 120 bottles. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, I didn't, with grade, I'm sure you guys got your Pokemons that, in the purple or the gold grade. I'm going to tell you right now, you will get all of your gold cards back, right? All your legendary Pokemon cards you will get back. Your epic, your purple ones, you'll get like half of them. Alright, you're not going to get all of them. That's just how it is. So you're going to have to figure that out. And keep in mind that if you're doing a Supreme Pokemon, you're not going to get the high grade that you want because, you probably can only give it, like if you look at my Supremes, they got 2 or 3 stars. And, their grade is, SSR plus 3, because I need a 4-star to get them to the UR, the gold grade. That's just how it is. Just something to keep in mind. Now, luckily she's an epic, so her shards aren't as expensive. I can get them at the shard exchange for not too much gold coin. And let me finish with this first before I get to the final bit about applying shards for purple stars. So your ability, right? I was very silly. I wasn't thinking, and I applied her ability, which was pointless because when you rebirth, the ability will be reset. That's how they do it. Okay. You will keep the same character. Okay. That's going to be the same. You will keep the same moves. Your move set will not change. Your Pokemon will go back to level 1. Again, you will lose your EV. And your IV rolls will stay the same. But you're going to want to unlock them anyway. Because, you know, you're going to be able to get higher rolls. Okay. We covered grade. I think that about covers it. Now, when we're talking about the shards, it's a lot different for depending on the rarity of the Pokemon. So, Ninetales' stars, okay, aren't going to be the same as a Supreme. As you can tell, okay, for me to get my 3rd star with Kyogre, it's going to be 5,500. And that's what it was for Mewtwo and Zern as well. Okay? For the 3rd star, it's 7,000. Okay? And their 1st star, or I'm sorry, their 2nd star was 4,000. So that's what it is for Supremes. It's 4,000, 5,500, 7,000, and then I believe 10,000 and then 12,000 for the final. Could be wrong on that. You're going to have to ask somebody who's done a Slow King. Throw that in the comment section there, if I'm mistaken. So, anyway, moving right along, it's going to be different for the Epic. It's going to be a lot less. For example, with my Diggers, it was, I think, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. Pretty simple. Okay? Now I'm going to talk to my Rebirth scientist. Okay? Choose a Pokemon. Alright? We're going to go with Ninetales. Confirm. Okay? That's what I'm going to get back. Okay? Nowhere near enough rare candies. So, you know, I hope you've been stacking up your rare candies, because they're not going to give you as many. You know, if your Pokemon's a level 70, 75, you're not going to get that return on rare candies. A little bit of gold and 500 bags and 510 your EV points. You will get a return on that. Okay, I didn't mention that before, but you will get all your EV points back, which is good. But I hope you got another 120 to spare, because now your max is going to go up to 630. Alright, we're going to hit Reborn. Boom. Alright. Thank the nice lady. And then we go over to Ninetales. I got some of her shards, but not all of them. Let's see where they threw her. She's a level 1 now, so you know what? I might as well switch her out, since I'm going to be doing this. Oh, right under my thumb. Okay. Alright. So back to level 1. And like I said, you get your EV points back. Okay. Now, character's the same. Ability reset. That was a big waste. And now stars. Alright, so first is going to be 3,000. And it's going to go on from there. Now, when you rebirth your Pokemon, you're probably going to be like, hey, what's up here? The combat power is lower than what it was before I rebirthed my Pokemon. And the reason that is because A, you just got stripped of all your EV. That's a big part of it. And you also got stripped for all your grade. Alright? You're back at grade 1. And, alright? I think that'll about do it. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section. If you have any suggestions for more videos, more content, please leave them in the comment section.